Hey, Gabriel,
Hey, Gabriel Jose.
where are we today?
I'm in San Francisco
And I'm in Chicago. And
for our
this
201st episode. Who would have
200
thought?
exactly, exactly, that we would have lasted to this point. And this is the second part of the game that we did for the episode 199, where I actually had to pick two movies that you
I
will
wanted to watch you watch.
exactly that you want to watch me watch. And it's a pity that you were not in the room because you certainly succeeded on this. You were like way more successful than I was. Is that I was under a wrong premise. You were absolutely right about your premise. So you gave me two choices. What was it? Gary and Revolver.
Jerry.
Jerry
Gus
and
Van
Revolver.
Sant film Jerry.
Yeah. The other two were movie 43
Yes.
and everything everywhere all at once again. And as I had already watched Everything Everywhere All at Once twice, it's like I didn't want to watch it again. And Revolver sound interesting because Guy Ritchie is a director that I used to like when he started, you know. But the thing is, like, I only like him for two movies, basically. Lock and Stock and Snatch, and then disappear after he married Madonna,
Disappeared. He
quote
directed
unquote.
Castaway.
Yeah. But I mean, like, disappear for me, let's say. Then he did Revolver, that I then watched. He did Rock and Roller, that I think that people said that it wasn't.
I
terrible.
liked Rock and Roll. It's a decent film. It's a lot like Amelie, except gritty London, but very stylized and the fun sort of Guy Ritchie.
So, like, Snatch and Lock and Stock.
Yeah, but way more stylized, almost like a comic strip, a comic book. Sorry, not a strip.
And did you watch the Man from Uncle?
Twice on a plane.
I mean, I watched it. I felt like, well, okay, it's
Fun.
entertaining. You know, nothing wrong with that. I didn't
I
watch
thought the plot twist of having a cannibal be a main character was like, whoa, I haven't seen that before. Oh wait, in the Guadagnino film.
Yep. Yeah.
He wrote the new Aladdin. Why is Disney just throwing work Guy Ritchie's way? What the hell?
Yeah, I don't think that he directed anything. Well, maybe Sherlock Holmes. I don't think that is like family friendly per se. But maybe that's what they based their idea on. Hey, yeah, maybe he's a good director for this.
He in 2001 BMW was hiring the hottest directors to create short films about BMW cars, and Guy Ritchie had one that I think featured Madonna, and I just thought it was the coolest thing I had ever seen. I downloaded it on Napster.
That's cool. Okay, man. Then just going into Revolver, why? Why did you want me to watch this?
Because it's really bad. Like, I don't think people know about this film, let alone how bad it is. So the only reason I know about this film was I was living in Central Asia, and they had one store that had DVDs in English, and I saw Jason Statham, and I was like, I could jerk off a couple times with this. And I watched this film, and I was like, what?
Okay. I mean, the thing is, you mentioned Jason Statham, but they also have Mark Strong. I have to say that I find him a very handsome gentleman.
I find him insanely attractive. Like, insanely attractive. He is so hot to me.
Yeah.
Even in Tar, when he was supposed to be ugly, I was like, yep, you can direct my symphony.
But yeah, I guess that is like it's something that you can approach it with like, hey, this is like a Guy Ritchie movie, you know, it's going to be like frantic and everything is going to have like a very cohesive story about mafia or whatever. No. Is that you remember like in Disaster Artist when they are like showing the movie and they say they have, as he couldn't decide what is the initial curtains, you know, like the logo rotating or whatever, he puts two, like one after the other. This movie has 4 quotes at the beginning of the movie, 4 quotes. He couldn't decide for one, so he goes with four. And not only that, but then in some points along the movie, he puts like one more quote about like, hey, I think that this is like a good point for actually just making you reflect about like what you are watching right now.
Isn't there a quote right before the credits, which when those credits started rolling, I was like, 2-point deduction. 2 point. Whatever score I give, -2.
Dude, okay, let me just try to summarize this. But that ending, those last like 5 minutes.
Guy Ritchie, Jesus
It's like fucking being pretentious with this piece of garbage is just like something that I cannot permit. But basically, this follows like the story of Jason Statham, that he's just set free from jail, that he was in there for some years, and how he reconnects with not really a friend, an enemy, that is Ray Liotta, that is the owner of a casino. After that, he started like just
big drug dealer.
Big drug dealer, yeah. And from that point on, is that he starts. His life is in threat. Is that he's like being targeted by some of the like hitmen from Ray Liotta, but they fail because a couple of people are interceding for him. So they made a trade about like, hey, give us all of your money, and then we will protect you, but you're going to die in 3 days.
Also, I need to call out that this man that comes in to protect them before he dies in 3 days is Andre 3000. Do you know him?
No.
He is the rapper from Outkast. So that song like, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. That's Andre 3000.
Oh my God. What a cast choice. What a cast choice for what a movie. So basically, he starts going with them, and then we see like a mixture between The Usual Suspects and Fight Club.
And The Fall. Oh no, not The Fall.
No.
The Cell.
The what?
Cell.
Oh, The
Cell.
Cell. Oh my God. It gets to a point that is that he becomes like a Sark Long agent for these two guys. Then there is like this other mafia, like Asian mafia, that gets in war with Ray Liotta. There is like a fictional Kaiser Sose, like character that is Mr. Gold, that then we don't
And
know.
in every scene they mention the powder. There's just everyone's after the powder, and they keep mentioning this quote about how the best opponent is found in the last place you look. They just say it like 7,000 times.
Oh, but wait, he also, like Jason Statham, in a very, very believable script choice, he's like a master chess player. It's, oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's like, it starts like that, but it's like you expect that it's going to be a dumb movie, but it's going to have like funny script as, Snatch or Lock and Stock. And it's going to be like an entertaining piece, but it tries to be transcendental. It tries to be deeper. It tries to be like a psycho thriller. There is this point. The movie, honestly, it ends. It gets to a point that it ends. It's like he tells, sorry, I'm going to be like spoiling a bit of this. He says that when he was in jail, he couldn't see, he was in solitary, and he couldn't see like the inmates that they were next to him. Those inmates are the ones that they are conning him or manipulating him or not. Testing him. I honestly don't know. And the worst part is that I don't care. Is that there is a point that he starts like just challenging himself about like, am I Mr. Gold? Am I myself? They even like get to a point that the narration that we see like all of the background voice at the beginning from Jason Statham, it starts being from Ray Liotta. So we think this like, oh, are they the same person? Is this reality? Is he not? We see a scenes that they play again, but he's not there. Like when
and this entire time there are pretentious voiceovers, but when I say pretentious, is like the shock sent my mind into a field of amber grain. You're like,
this may be like one of the most insulting movies that I ever watched. It's like this is below Cocaine Bear.
Could this be not our new Showgirl, but in addition to Showgirl?
I will have to watch it drunk or high again. The only problem is like it tries to be like such a roller coaster, and I don't think that it succeeds at all.
So I'm just throwing it out there. I'm gonna visit you in 2 weeks, and you texted me, "What do you want to do while you're here? Do you want to go see the symphony? Do you want to go see whatever?" What if we just got drunk and watched Revolver? That could be my...
Look, you're visiting me. I could do whatever you want. If you want us to do that, we will do it. But I honestly felt infuriated. Like the last 10 minutes that I was saying, it's like, okay, there's going to be a resolution. Definitely it's not going to be like making sense, because I'm fucking tired at this point of hearing all of these like ego. It was to be like even deeper than Fight Club.
And it lasted a long time. I'm not joking. I got up to go grab a soda in this scene. And I came back. I think I talked to my husband for like 20 seconds. I really thought we'd have moved on, but I came and sat back down, and it just kept going.
And
it's worse than a Terrence Malick film. Like, and that's a lot. That's saying a lot from me.
I love that you hate Malick so much. But the thing that it really... it almost felt like cutting insult to injury, but this is not like insult to injury. It's like just directly like throwing bleach on top of an open wound. It's like on the credits that they have like these short snippets with psychologists.
But like real documentary interviews with like title cards. Here's a PhD who studied the ego for 40 years.
But the thing is like, okay, cool. But it's like this barely has nothing to do with this. It's like, are you telling me that you actually went and interview these people? Do these people know where their interview is being used? Because I don't want to be associated with this movie in any kind of way.
What's that there's a British comedian who's done a documentary series where she pretends to be the dumbest woman in the world.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. They're like, Guy Ritchie's gonna interview you, and they're telling him their best shit, and then he's like, I'm gonna make Revolver, and we're gonna get a rapper. And then I'm gonna tack on these interviews as the credits.
My God, it's almost like just like telling you that it's like, wait, he actually did like a focus group, and half other people say this, look, this is a fucking dumb movie, and then he's like, wait, the thing is like, because you didn't understand it, and you didn't understand it because you didn't talk with all of the psychologists that I talked with. So here you go, prove that you are dumb and I'm smart.
But I feel like the script started out really wanting to be an allegorical exploration of man versus his ego, right? But then it just loses track of what the fuck it is. And then they're like, what do we do for the credits? Oh yeah, didn't we talk to those science guys a few years ago?
Well, the thing is like I don't even think that it really starts trying to be that allegorical figure, I think that it's like half through the movie is when things start like just being a bit more of a sure, whatever, but it never really resolves anything. It doesn't commit to actually be that. So it's like, do I have to roll like with these people know everything that is going to happen? Are they even there? Probably not. But
so I did, between the two of us, by the way, we've purchased this film 3 times. I just want to call that out. But I swear to God, so I bought this before this film was ever released in America. They didn't release it theatrically. I remembered very little, but I swear to God they cut off at the final scene, because they're like, as Andre 3000 and his partner are saying, we're the guys, we were your neighbors. I think they go off together and they're like a superpowered trinity trio. They like go off to battle other egos or something. I swear. I'm super sad I threw that DVD. Well, I gave it to charity because I got rid of all my DVDs. But
what kind of charity is that, dude?
Out of the closet. It's probably still there on the shelves.
It's time to go back. Just fix that mistake. Honestly, I'm mind blown. I thought it was going to go.
I feel like that's what I was trying to do with like the worst movie, and I did it.
Yeah, I think that this is a better, worse movie than movie 43.
And certainly worse than Amelie, which I like.
Now I know. Should we go over the questions, because I don't even know what to say.
There's nothing to say about this. It's nonsensical.
Yeah.
It's bad.
There is this scene with Mark Strong where he goes crazy and he starts like assassinating everyone, but the motivation is even like bizarre. It's like, did I miss something? Why is this guy like killing everyone here?
Because he has a moral compass and he was asked to kill a child. And he's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that, but it's like, hey, you have been like working with this guy that is a scam for years, and it's like, is now when you develop? Is where you draw the line?
In his head, he was battling his ego, and he won that battle.
Imagine that Guy Ritchie was thinking about doing like a Revolver 2. That is actually what was happening in Mark Strong's head.
I can't wait till Guy Ritchie kills his own ego, so we don't have to watch any more of his movies.
I would love to actually see a remake of this movie written by Charles Kaufman.
It could. There's something there. Guy Ritchie didn't develop it, but like, come on. If Tarsem took this script, it would at least be a guilty pleasure. And to be honest, I expected this to be a guilty pleasure when I watched it. I was like, no, this is insufferable. Insufferable.
I agree with you. Tarsem could make it even more stylistic, because the thing is, there are a couple of scenes that I would say that they're like, stylistically they are okay, but we already saw like better stuff in Lock, Stock, and Snatch.
Also, all joking aside, give this script to Bellatar. Let's see what he does with this. No, I'm serious. If you turn it into this like massive Andrei Rublev sort of Tarkovsky epic, it could have been something. And there is some visual style, like some really cool shots.
Oh my god. He actually brought it with Luc Besson.
That sounds truer than any words ever spoken.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, thanks Brexit. This won't happen again.
Also not sponsored. You can buy this movie on Amazon for $5 right now.
But the question is not if you can. It's like if you should. And the answer is no, you shouldn't. Because I was telling my boyfriend, and when the movie finished, I told him, like, this movie is shit. Is that I was only happy because I recognized the Monsters Requiem. They say, oh my god, it's Monsters Requiem. It's like, in a very fucking random scene when they are assassinating all of the Asian mafia members, you know? And he's like, wait, what? Why? There's like another like Beethoven piece, and he's like, why? Is that, do you think that just adding like classical music on top of the scene, it elevates it or something? Is this like as deep as you go into cinema making?
None of it makes sense. Ray Liotta in several scenes is in quite a large room that's been turned into a tanning bed that he's just naked in.
Yeah,
but like, over and over, we keep seeing him naked in this giant room that has lights on the walls.
It looks like Dr. Manhattan. I have no fucking idea about like what he was thinking. It's like I always give him like the benefit of the doubt about like, hey, you have like this gritty but cool aesthetic, you know, like similar to Danny Boyle. And it's like here, it's like, hey, you are even like just playing on your terrain. It's like you are like just making like a mafia London story. What the fuck? What do you think?
I feel like somebody pulled a serious con. How did they get this cast and investors? I was
thinking about that. I was thinking about like who the fuck read this script and thought that it's like this is going to make money. Let's just put a wig on top of Jason Statham because this is going to be like making money.
I wonder if honestly, so he directed Lock, Stock, then he got his opportunity in America. Snatch did pretty well. Do you think then they thought this was going to be his first American film?
Oh no, that was Swept Away.
Swept Away was before Revolver?
Yeah.
Wow. People keep giving this guy a lot of money.
Well, because people really like Lock, Stock, and Snatch. They're really good movies. Well, they're really good movie. Because it's just one. The only difference is Brad Pitt. But this is. Do you remember that we actually talked about directors that they started like super strong and then they have been like deflating? This is for me, Guy Ritchie. It's like I don't understand how he has a career of more than 20 years already.
I mean, you and I disagree. I feel like since Rock and Rolla, he's at least produced decent entertainment.
Okay.
But he's not the director everyone thought he was going to be after Lock, Stock, for sure.
Did you watch King Arthur: Legend of the Sword?
No, I can't stand that dude, and apparently it's really bad. Who's the main character? He's
Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah. He's the guy that starred in Pacific Rim.
Oh God. Well, we were talking like the other day. We were talking about awards, Oscars, and the likes. It's like this movie Revolver won an award. One award. That it was called the Golden Trailer for Best Foreign Action Trailer.
That's quite the award.
Yeah, it's a bit more about like, hey, without knowing anything about the movie, maybe there is something interesting here. Now, we watched the trailer. We watched it like the other day at your place. I had no idea what the movie was going to be about, but I honestly thought that it was going to be like chess boxing.
Neither does the movie.
No, true. But it's what I told you, like the joke that I gave you is like, hey, this is like chess boxing. Because the guy does chess, blah, blah, blah. And it's like you do like boxing, that is a violent thing to do at the same time. But I think that that's what happened while they were writing the screenplay. Is that they were writing like 2 pages and they were like just like hitting each other on the head. So it was like major trauma by the end of the movie.
But I mean, the showrunner for The Queen's Gambit said that The Queen's Gambit never would have existed without Revolver, so at least we have that.
I'm pretty sure that he didn't say that.
Why do you assume it's a man? Why do you assume any gender?
Well, whatever. Whoever directed The Queen's Gambit didn't take as an inspiration.
They have never seen Revolver.
No.
Because there's 7 of us now. Me, you, and 3 other people.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is not a good movie. Should we go over the questions?
Fuck yes, we should. Also, I need you to look up what I scored Brazil, because my score for Revolver is going to be directly tied to that score.
Okay, doesn't matter. Would you watch it again?
Fuck yes, I would. Sounds like I am next week with you.
Look, you are visiting, and I'm really like thankful, so I will watch it if you want. But my answer is no. My answer is like, unless there is a bigger circumstance or there is a literal revolver to my head saying like, do you want to die or do you want to watch Revolver? And even in that case, there could be like a 5-second dramatic pause while I actually think is like, should I stop the suffering now? Or do I want to watch this again?
Don't you think this would be an interesting litmus test? Like you invite a new group of friends over and you're like, guys, let's watch this film. And then you just watch their reaction.
No, because I think that there are like better movies for doing that. You know, it's like, I would do it like with The Fall, for example. But it's like, I wouldn't do it with this because like, what can you win? It's like, if you actually, they say that it's like, I fucking hate this movie. And you say it's like, hey, it was a test. It's that they already fucking hate you.
Like, I'm not coming back here.
Dude, no, you are sick. That's the only answer here. Would you recommend Revolver to anyone? Do you hate anyone so much?
No, there's nobody I would recommend this to.
No, definitely I wouldn't recommend it to my worst enemy, honestly. Would you remember this movie?
I've never forgotten this film, not a single day in my life. Yes, I will remember it.
I had to love the idea that it's like you watch it first in Asia when you were there, and then when you actually bought it afterwards.
Yesterday? Yeah, I bought it yesterday again.
Oh, so you actually, when you watched it there, you had already bought it.
You couldn't rent it. I just bought everything, and they were like 30 cents. So I was like, I'll invest 30 cents in Revolver.
Dude, now the $5 sound like super expensive. We gave them like $10 between the two of us to this movie.
At least my first copy was illegal.
This copy that we actually watched shouldn't be legal.
I'm gonna complain to Amazon. Please take this off Prime.
This is nothing that it should be shared. So you said that you will remember. I don't think that I will remember. I think that there is nothing like significant enough or coherent enough here to make it remember it. But not even like as a defense mechanism of my brain. But if I start watching after the first 10 minutes when he falls down the stairs, I will be like, wait a second, I remember this shit.
You mean when the brain is disconnected from the body? It's no longer listening?
Oh, why the narration? Thank God. Is there anything artistic about this?
Yes, I do think like he does have an eye for beautiful shots. He doesn't know what to do with those shots. And he gets like one good shot for maybe every 40. But yeah, there are some shots where you're like, Jesus Christ. So like when they go to the Asian drug dealer and his girl sitting next to him without a shirt on, it's tacky as shit, but that could be a Cindy Sherman photo in the MoMA without a shadow of a doubt. And not every director can include shots like that. So yes, there is something visually impressive about a couple of scenes.
Okay, I will go with yes. I mentioned earlier the Mark Strong scene. When he goes crazy, it makes no fucking sense, but it's like his trademark of violence.
He scares me when he's in that mode.
Yeah. So no, I mean like more like Guy Ritchie's style about like these explosions of violence and how he's actually like just like moving the gun, and it almost feels like the camera is attached to it. You know, like super cartoonish, like how he does it. It's like this true. It's like he has these.
I thought you were referencing Mark Strong because he was the bad guy in the King's Men, and so he does a lot of scary fighting.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like him in that movie, and that movie is actually entertaining. I won't say good, I would say entertaining. Yeah. Who directed that one?
Well, there's been like 4 now, and I don't remember which one he's in. I've seen them all.
The Kingsman movie was Matthew Vaughn. It's also from a comic of Marvel there. Ralph Fiennes wasn't it? That's true. Sorry, so going back to the questions, do you think that this is a timeless piece?
Yes, I do. I think yeah, I mean, there's nothing tying it to a specific time, and it will be received as well today as it will in 50 years. So it's not going to change with time, I guess, is how I'm applying that definition.
I agree with you. I think that is a movie that wouldn't have benefited from watching it like 20 years ago or watching it like 20 years in the future. It's the same turd now that it will be. Would you turn this into a TV show? My answer is hell no. No. As much as I love to hate this movie, I don't want to hate more of this. Already enough Revolver exists. But imagine like a 10-episode HBO show that all of it is that narration.
Just watching Jason Statham yell at himself inside his head.
No. Oh my God, that is shit. What a piece of shit. Could this have been a short?
Yeah, I mean, it would probably make as much sense.
Yeah. I think that this is a movie that would have benefit from edit down. You know, I think that for telling that story, it could have been 40 minutes.
Maybe this idea came out of a BMW short, and he's like, no, this is a feature-length idea.
I need to develop this. Here is my Oscar. Do you think that this movie could have been better?
Yes.
This is like one of those movies that we should have asked the question in the opposite set. Is like, do you think that this movie could have been worse?
Probably. I mean, without men I find attractive to look at, that would have been worse.
That's true. But yeah, I agree with you that this movie could have been way better. So, should we score this?
Yeah, but I still need my Brazil score. I was looking it up, but my phone's not cooperating.
Let me just check. Because that one, it was a 3 for you. Oh my God. I think, what is the score for Celine Dion Goes Body? Oh my god. I think that this is going to be my lowest score.
I gave The Room a 1.
This is
a 1
worse.
point.
For me personally, because this is not so bad that it's enjoyable. It's like this is so bad that it's fucking terrible. It's
Well,
like
this is my pick, so you score first.
my score. Did I ever give like something below?
You gave Mommy Dearest a 0.5.
1.5?
No, 0.5. So did I.
Okay, I'm going to be giving to this movie a 1.
You think this is better than Mommy Dearest? I think those films are like hot messes in the same way.
Okay, you have convinced me. At this point, it's like it's almost like when you're getting like pretty close to a black hole, everything is still like, just coming together.
Distorted.
Sadly, it's hard to tell like what is crappier than each other. It's like, I just know that it's like Mommy Dearest was a mess, and it was like an evil mess. It was like a way of actually discrediting another studio. Is like this one is like just like a self-inflicted pain. It's a bit more of, hey, someone thought that this was a smart movie. They sold it as a smart movie to some studio. They convinced actors to actually do this, and the result was a mess. It's similar to what, when they interview like the actors for Showgirls, and it's like, we thought that we were doing a good movie. And it's like, I call bullshit on both cases. It's like, if you read that script, Showgirls, that's fucking terrible. If you read this script, you realize like this is garbage. So,
but at least, I mean, Showgirls is like straightforward.
Yeah.
This script is abstract enough that I'm sure Jason Statham was like, I don't get it, but I like Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, he cannot do a bad movie. I mean, the one with Madonna was bad, but you know, but he actually was put on the map thanks to him. No.
I don't know how Jason Statham came to exist, but could be. I don't know. Was he in Lock, Stock?
I think so. Let me just check. So maybe there was a bit of a feeling of I owe
him.
Yeah, he was there. So he had done something already. He had done like some music videos. Yeah, he had done like 3 music videos, and Lock, Stock was his first movie.
Oh, well, yeah, he did owe Guy Ritchie then.
Yeah.
He's had a great career since then, so.
Yeah. So I don't think that, you know, these people, maybe they were like, sure, you know, whatever, we owe you in some kind of way. I felt infuriated. Okay, I'm going to be like giving it a 0.25.
I'm going to give it a 0.5. I can't decide between a 1 and a 0.5, but I do think it's similar in shittiness to Mommy Dearest.
But I laugh aloud with Mommy Dearest in a couple of the scenes. On this one, I didn't laugh at all, at any point. I just felt like, what the fuck, why is this still going on?
I did laugh when I was watching him yell at himself inside his head. That was kind of funny. I was like, and he just kept going and saying funny things.
Yeah, no, at that point I was like, when is this over? When is this fucking... Isn't it like the scene where he's going to see Ray Liotta?
No, this is at the very... Oh, yeah. And he's like, oh... Convince yourself. What do they say? Convince yourself your perceived enemy is not your real enemy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he actually said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He actually like just asked, you know, like for forgiveness from Ray Liotta.
Over his head, over his bed. Yeah.
Yeah. When he's like, just, oh my God, he's going to murder. He's like, no, he's a wimp. What is going on? I feel like Ray Liotta is as confused as the audience at that point.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that is like we actually watched like 2 movies back to back from Ray Liotta, and they're not his best.
Well, I mean, This concludes our retrospective on the life of
Okay, man. Anything else to say about Revolver?
Just I win. So, round 1 to Blake. I definitely got you to watch a movie that you hated more than I hated mine.
Dude, I mean, okay, it's fine. It's like, this is a new low. It's like, I didn't think that you could actually go like that low. Honestly, even when you told me about like, hey, I'm giving you like an option, Gus Van Sant in a very weird movie, or Guy Ritchie.
You chose it. You chose. I didn't even like push for the Revolver option.
I chose poorly, clearly, but at the same time, I thought that it's like, hey, if it was not released in the States, maybe it was like a secret, like gem in the rough. It's like, no, it's a turd. It's a turd in a toilet. There is no saving grace here. It's like, this is garbage.
It was bad, and they were selling distribution rights within the States for like $50,000, and nobody's like, nope. No, thank you.
Yep, we're not touching that, not even with a 10-year roll. This is actually making me look at Cocaine Bear with a bit more of a gracious light.
That was a solid film compared to this. At least it was coherent.
Exactly. It's like, on this day, actually looked like they were in cocaine.
They did, yeah.
Probably they were. Okay, so for next week, we have talked a couple of times about Coppola and about like, hey, he is the Godfather, and we actually come from watching Coppola's Godfathers.
And Dracula.
Yes, some time ago. I wanted to go without going to Apocalypse Now. I wanted to watch, like, I think that is like the most quote-unquote recent movie of his that I remember saying is like, hey, this is a solid movie, a surprisingly solid movie. That is Cotton Club. Now, it's a bit of a musical, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, that's the point of this, right? To see movies we wouldn't see otherwise.
Yeah, no, that's true. Definitely Revolver, I wouldn't watch it.
You never would have seen. Nah, if one of your friends had asked you to watch that as a good bad movie, you'd watch it.
Are you preparing the terrain for next week? Well, for 2 weeks. Okay, man. Anything else to say to our audience about Revolver?
Just one more time, you can buy Revolver for $5 on Amazon Prime or rent it for $4. You make the choice.
It's a choice that you made live to regret. You need to regret. Okay, to all of those people, be careful. You never know when you may find a revolver. Anything else?
Wash your hands.
Bye.